Bună seara, doamnelor, bună seara, domnilor, sunt Marius Constantinescu. Ediția limitată de astăzi va aduce din nou în elita mondială a operei, pentru că invitata mea este una dintre sopranele absolute ale momentului, Sonya Yoncheva. Sonya, this is our second encounter because like 10 or 11 years ago, we have made a TV special in Venice together with Romanian tenor Ștefan Pop. Both of you were freshly awarded the Operalia Prize at Placido Domingo's competition. And from that moment on until today, you have become one of the most sought after sopranos of the world. How do you see your journey from that on up to this moment? Was it an organic one, like an evolution, a natural one?
Yeah, I can say that it was very organic. It was very, of course, nothing was really calculated or predictable. So it was a lot of surprises all over the time, but a lot of risks as well, because I think that a young singer, once you have the wings to fly, you have to take a little risk in your profession to be bold and to be strong and to try to build something that is absolutely personal and your own.
Finora amor non sente.
Vuol farli differente. Finora amor non sente. Vuol farli differente. Finora amor non sente. Esulti pur la barbara, per poco alle mie pene, domani avranno termine. Domani valerà, sì, ma spezzar vorrei lo stolido, gettar le sue catene, perfida, domani
Some of the most demanding roles in the soprano repertoire are to be found in your roster today, and we are talking about Tosca, we are talking about Norma, also Elisabetta in Don Carlo, or Fedora, why not? Is there a special secret that allows you to leave all these characters in the range of a whole season?
Oh, no. No. No, yes, of course, I technically have to be very careful about what I sing before, for instance, Tosca, or what I sing after Tosca, and it can't be immediately after a Baroque concert, you know.
Yes.
And these are little technical things that I discuss with my management, and I decide also knowing my voice, knowing what I can do, if I'm able to do it. Basically one season is built like this. I like to show many facets, many colors of what I am as an artist, and I try to always be myself, in a sense, also vocal sense. So there isn't any kind of button here. So
Yes.
I switched to another repertoire.
You have recently been Traviata in Verona, and I was wondering how does Violetta live together with Fedora, for instance? They are worlds apart, one would say.
Yeah, worlds apart, yes. They're both very demanding parts. Although I didn't still debut Fedora, it's to come now,
Yes,
next
I know.
year.
La Scala.
Yes, but I believe if one has his own instinct and his own capacity, and he is aware of that, we are able to do different things, yes.
Do you plan to also maintain in your repertoire more lyrical parts like Mimi, for instance?
Yeah.
Is it going to happen? Yes.
Yeah, it's going to happen now. Already now in December, I have one production together with my husband in Berlin. So it's a beautiful part.
But then again, you also integrate some more dramatic parts, because you are stepping into the dramatic, or at least spinto soprano repertoire with Manon Lescaut. Why not? With also La Gioconda. Yes?
Well, yeah, I enjoy. I think that they are still, they are, of course, very demanding and dramatic parts, but they are not kind of super dramatic parts like Brunhilde will be,
of course. Or
Turandot, or this kind of things that I still don't imagine singing in my career now.
I understand.
I always stay in the lyrical, at least, and
Well,
spinto for a while.
Like Romania, Bulgaria also has a huge heritage when it comes to opera singers during the last century. There are countless big names that act like guiding lights for many singers of the younger generation. Did you have such a guiding light at the beginning of your career?
Yeah, as every young singer, I was listening to everything. And I had something really, important that happened in my life, because I could be accepted in a chorus in Geneva, in the Opera of Geneva, and I was only 22 when I entered there, so I had zero experience of stage, and I was still a student at that time, so it was very nice for me to listen to one of the best singers coming there, doing their rehearsal, living the part, living the character, you know, really working in terms of building a character. That for me was capital, to see these processes. It was very, very, very interesting. And so like this, I managed to also understand something about the repertoire, like in terms of vocality, what I would like to do, what I would not like to do as well, what is good, what is bad.
Născută la Plovdiv, în Bulgaria, Sonya Yoncheva a devenit cunoscută la nivel mondial în 2010, atunci când a câștigat secțiunea Voci Feminine, premiul întâi, la concursul internațional Operalia, inițiat și prezidat de Placido Domingo. La aceeași competiție, premiul întâi la secțiunea Voci Masculine a fost câștigat de tenorul român Ștefan Pop. După această victorie, Sonya Yoncheva a intrat sub aripa protectoare a lui William Christie și a ansamblului Les Arts Florissants, pregătindu-se în egală măsură pentru repertoriul baroc, dar și pentru repertoriul atât de ofertant de soprană lirică. You have started as a Baroque singer under the guidance of the astonishing William Christie. That is an amazing musical personality. How did that set the ground for your future operatic experiences? And also, how do you benefit today from this Baroque training?
It was fundamental, really. It was something really important as experience. I think it put the base of what I am today as an artist, because I always kept this curiosity, and not only always to be informed about the style, about what we really do. I don't call myself musicologist, but I would like to know almost everything about what I sing. It's not only taking a piece, singing it, but it's also understanding in which part of the life this piece came, in the composer's life, I mean, and historically how important this style was. And all this was given to me by the Baroque music, because you know, when you're a Baroque performer, you need to know everything about ornaments, colors. Every composer had his own way of composing, and I'm talking about early music from Monteverdi and going through Handel and arriving to Rameau or Lully, which are totally different worlds.
From time to time you go back to this repertoire. Is it refreshing for you? Is it like discovering a new world that you had the impression you knew up to a certain extent, but reveals a new facet now?
Oh yeah, absolutely. For me, it's very important to come always back to this, because I think each of us as singer has to find his way to come back to the youth. How was it, the sensation of just singing in that way, you know? It gives you so much refresh, even if you went through something different, or sometimes, you know, it happens so fast in our job that easily you can go into some bad habits, or easily you can just go through something that is not really healthy for you. And then if you refresh with something that you sang before and you know that technically is very solid, this gives you a little bit of, okay, this is my base.
Yes.
Yeah, stability.
Su anch'io la virtù magica d'un guardo e tempo loco, su anch'io come si bruciano i cori all'into fuoco. D'un breve sorrisetto conosco anch'io l'effetto, di menzognera lagrima d'un subito languor. Conosco in mille modi dell'amorose frodi i vezzi e l'arti facili per adescare un cor. D'un breve sorrisetto conosco anch'io l'effetto, conosco d'un subito languor, so anch'io la virtù magica per ispirare amor, conosco l'effetto, sì, sì, per ispirare amor.
In difficult times, you have also become an entrepreneur. Tell me more about your company, SY11.
Yes, well, it was born by a joke, basically, because I for a very long time, I didn't go to Bulgaria to sing, and especially in my hometown, Plovdiv. I was always doing concerts in Sofia, basically, and in the pandemic, I decided to come back to Plovdiv. It was some necessity, you know, going back to sources, going back to my family, giving a little courage, you know, courage to my people there. And as everything in the pandemic, all the institutions were completely kaput. Yeah, they were all closed. So it was not possible to organize whatsoever. So they told me, you know, the only way to do this is that you do your own company. And SY11 was born in 2 days, and the name was invented in the very last moment. I took the initials of my name and I put my favorite number, and that's how it was born. And the concert we did last year in Plovdiv was such a big success. in sense also not a popularity only, but also for me as a singer, because I found a new way to communicate with my audience, and I liked it. Because, you know, how to say, doing a concert, being a part of a concert or a festival is one thing. When you organize it from A to Z, it's another thing, because you know so many things about the artist, you know so many things about the audience, you know so many things about the conditions, how one concert should be done. So if you can put this all together, it's super exciting.
Why 11 is your favorite number?
I don't know. It's just, it has this one and one, and this is the new beginning, or maybe I heard that in numerology 11 is a master number, and my name in Latin, if you take all of it together and you make the accumulation, it gives 11, so maybe that's why.
Maybe it's the name of and the number of the idea of rebirth, to talk about you.
Oh, good, yeah.
Why not?
I didn't know, yeah.
Why
maybe,
not? Yes.
Maybe, yeah.
Now, coming back to your recital in Bucharest, it is called Ad una stella, and it's a voyage, it's a journey through some of the jewels of the song and lieder repertoire. What unifies them?
Unifies them, it's kind of I pick up all my favorite, let's say like this. Ad una stella had many versions, because when I started to do this recital, it was mainly connected to Verdi and Puccini and some other composers around. Then I decided to put a little bit of Rossini and Donizetti, which I did for the Salzburg Festival this summer. And now, the first time ever, we're going to do here in Bucharest this French part, which is the first part of the concert, and connecting through some melodies that are not very known by Puccini and Verdi. I like to always connect the composers, especially in this case, in the Italian part, the second part of the program. Puccini and Verdi, we know them by their big operas.
Yes.
Bohème, Tosca, Verdi, Traviata, Aida, Otello, and so on, Don Carlo. But those composers started in a very special way. They were young, they were inexperienced, they were dreaming, and their youth represent the melodies they wrote it. Especially in Puccini, you can feel and you can basically hear some of the melodies are really how to say, miniature of one of the greatest arias that we heard later in his compositions. So I like to do this bridge.
Depuis qu'une autre a su te plaire, chaque jour me voit dépérir. Comme Malvina n'était plus chérie, Malvina ne veut que mourir. Malvina ne veut que mourir. Pour tout sa faible voix t'applaudit. Nous, pour réclamer ton amour, non, non, non. Mais avant de perdre le jour, pour te voir une fois encore.
Many opera singers, particularly when they are what we call in French bête de scène, tend to avoid this kind of recital so intimate that exposes them in a certain way that absolutely the stage performance does not. Do you feel comfortable having this kind of approach and communication with the audience?
Yes, I love it. I love it. I think it's very different experience, of course, also for the audience, but also for the artist, and it's very personal, of course. But in the same time, it has something that we don't find really in one show of opera, in one spectacle, as we say. It's this pure execution musical of some pieces that you can really concentrate especially on the music and not on the show. So this is quite different as an experience. I like it. Mm.
Many critics, as well as important parts of the audience, praise you as the worldwide soprano of the moment. Do you feel any pressure about it?
No, I don't find I'm the world. I just find I am an artist and I'm doing my job, you know. I am here today, and in a few days I go to Zurich and then to New York and then to London, and I want to share my music, and I'm someone that is really, really down to earth, but especially I defend and I love my job and the music, and this is something that I'm really proud of it. Then if I am an important person, so good, I can make something good for the industry, why not?
Why do you say defend? Does opera need to be defended?
Yes.
Yes? How come?
Is. You know, you just take the simple fact that we always talk that opera is an elitist form of art, which I disagree totally, because someone would tell you, oh, the tickets are so expensive to go to opera, and then they would pay an insane amount of money to hear a rock star or a pop star, and where the tickets are 3 or 4 times more expensive than the opera. I think that classical music should be always very much accessible, and this depends also on us artists, because it depends how much we as character and nature we are accessible to people. That this is what makes the opera popular. I don't like to think that, oh, I am the diva, don't touch me, and 10 meters away or stuff like that. No, I think we should be very communicative, and people can go through us and understand us better as personality.
I can totally confirm that, and thank you for being like this. Now, you seem to constantly want to evolve or to go off the beaten track. Also, when it comes to your repertoire choices, you sing Medea, you also sing Siberia, Giordano's Siberia, you sing Il Pirata, very, very interesting but quite seldom sung operas, and therefore parts in the soprano repertoire. What do you dream of right now?
Oh, I dream to continue like this. I dream to never lose this passion I have for music, and to never lose the inspiration. I think artists need this. I would like to feel that I wake up in the morning and I'm full of ideas, and I have a good team around me to realize them. This is what I dream about, and I don't particularly dream about one part. Yes, you evoked different titles in the opera repertoire. I do all this because I don't want that opera industry falls into the matrix and that we are always the same. I would like that opera is popular and it's interesting, and we discover there's so much material, so much material.
You are a modern opera performer who offers the audience the whole package: the voice, the technique, the stamina, the passion, but also the looks, the style, the class, being, as you said, approachable, being someone who likes to communicate in many other ways other than singing. Does any of these aspects seem or look difficult to you?
No, not at all. This is me. You know, when I was a young singer, I heard so many things. You should be like that, you should be like this, you should have different hair, you should do that, you should speak like that, you know, you're a diva. And all these things, they made me understand that this is not me. And the most important thing is that I would like to show to people who I am. And this is what they like, because they absorb, they accept a person directly, without filters. And I think this is very, very, very important. So people feel confident, they believe you. And also for me, it will be very difficult to play a role, It's not my type.
You're also on social media, quite active on Instagram. Is it really you behind your account?
Instagram is me, all the rest no.
I pioppi curvati dal vento rimuggono nel lungo finale e dal buio tra il sonno li sento e sogno la voce del mare e sogno la voce profonda e dai peluci di ritmi possenti mi guarda alle specchio dall'onda e le stelle del cielo fulgenti. Ma il vento più forte tempesta dei pioppi nel lungo finale e dal sonno giocondo mi desta lontano e la voce del
You are also extremely elegant. Who are the designers that you feel that they best suit your personality?
Oh, there are many. I am not in love with the designer. I'm in love with the piece.
Okay.
And many times I
It's
would
fair
not.
enough and quite political correct.
Yes, but it's the truth, because if I go for shopping somewhere, I would never read who is that. Is it Dolce & Gabbana, Armani, or whatever it is, or Dior? I just see the piece and I like it. There are many things I dislike in the fashion. Above all, today we can see some very, very crazy things, which are really, really not my style. But mostly what I like is to be dressed in a very timeless way. I like to put the dress I put today and wear it maybe 5 or 6 years later and still has the same charm.
For your 2020 concert in Plovdiv, you have also encouraged young Bulgarian designers to design your gown for that particular event, isn't it so?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted really to give, exactly because of this reason, when we did the concerts in Bulgaria last year and also this year in Sofia with Placido Domingo, it was always to show kind of a full package of a Bulgarian production. The only element, for instance, 1 month ago in Sofia that was not from Bulgaria was Placido. Okay. So I wanted really to have it all in Bulgarian way. It's not a chauvinist thing. It's not something that I'm a crazy patriot. But I think this gives a very nice input to the people. They can completely identify themselves with this and feel a little bit proud,
You are the wife of the famed conductor Domingo Hindoian. You're also the mother of 2. Now, were there people telling you, both you and your husband, that with and such busy schedules, having not 1 but 2 kids would be an act of courage?
Yeah, no, they told me something even worse.
Oh.
They told me that I should marry my voice and I can never be able to have kids and I should forget about that. And marriage, forget about this. Lovers, yes, marriage, no. And that was for me, I come from a very down-to-earth, modest family. And my parents my mother, she's still alive, but my father passed away. They are both, in their marriage, they were always very united. And whatever was happening, the marriage was the base where we can hold on, you know, we can take ourselves and feel stable. And for me, this image in my childhood gave me a lot of imagination of how my life would be. And I cannot imagine my life without having marriage, my husband, and being with my kids. It's very difficult to have career, them, you know, the life we have, 2 days here, 2 days there, flights, and now my son, who is almost 7, he goes to school, so it's even more complicated. But I believe that it's a part of the life, is a very important part to identify yourself as woman and as a human being, and so I cannot not do it.
What kind of relationship do your kids have with classical music, with you, both the parents, being so involved in it?
They love it.
They love it?
Yes, they love it and they hate it, if I have to be honest.
Yes.
Because my son...
I was sure of that, actually, yeah.
I heard so many things at home, but, you know, mothers, we're very much instinctive. And for instance, I was singing Manolescu a few days ago, and I said to my husband that I was planning to take my son in the weekend with me, because he already started school and he was feeling a little bit isolated, and he was used to come to my shows all the summer, and I wanted him to integrate in the, you know, beginning of the new season, and that he doesn't feel that he's not a part of it. And I felt that that was very important, because when I left him yesterday to come here to Romania, he was much more calmer, and he said, "Oh, you go for your concert. I know already how it is. You will take the flight, you will go there, you will sing, and you will come back." So, you know, he has the image of what my work is, not only as a singer, but also as a traveling woman, almost like a businesswoman. So I think it's important that we are giving this sensations to them. He loves music. He goes to each of my shows, even to the dress rehearsals. And then he would repeat the music all the time at home.
No jealousy?
No.
Because you know, it sometimes happens that kids become jealous of the music because the music is what keeps their parents away for so much time.
Yes, I heard this as well, of course. He told me, "I hate music because you're living again. Why you cannot work here, you know, in Switzerland where we live, and have a normal day life as all of my friends?" And I tried to explain him that even working like this, I still have a lot of time for him, which maybe a banker would not have.
Yes.
Yeah. So in the everyday life, I think it's important to always repeat this to him, that, well, I try also to be a good parent and to always be around them. So, yeah.
Ceea ce a început cu Elixirul Dragostei, Dom Pasquale, Boema sau Traviata, astăzi continuă cu Tosca, Fedora, Adriana Lecouvreur sau Don Carlo. Cariera Soniei Yoncheva este cariera uneia dintre sopranele cele mai aplaudate la nivel mondial, o soprană răsfățată pe scene precum Metropolitan Opera din New York, Royal Opera House Covent Garden din Londra, Opera de Stat din Viena sau Festivalul de la Salzburg. Sonia este căsătorită cu dirijorul Domingo Hindoian și împreună au 2 copii. We all have at least one guilty pleasure. Tell me one of yours.
Guilty pleasure. Oh my God, I love champagne.
Wow! This is a nice one.
Yeah, I love champagne. I have even my favorites, but I won't say it because it's a publicity.
It's okay.
It's okay? Okay, my favorite champagne is Ruinart.
Ruinart.
Yes, it's
nice.
the one that doesn't give me headache, and I always like to drink it after the performance and never before. I drink only one glass after performance, and you know, it's a little sparkle moment.
I'm going to tell you a secret. Someone else who is in love with Ruinart is the famous conductor Daniele Gatti.
Oh, how
yes,
nice.
okay, but don't tell him I told you that. I also like Ruinart and Veuve as well.
And Veuve, yeah,
yes,
of
totally.
course, of course,
okay.
of course.
Now, maybe a trickier question for the end of our interview. A city, a perfume, and a word that best describes you.
Ooh, city can be a mixture because I think I'm a mixture between Paris, New York, and Milan.
Not bad.
Maybe a little slight of Firenze because I like this authentic energy that we have there. Perfume, maybe oak, amber, maybe a
Something
little
warm,
bit,
yeah.
a little
so
bit of fig. How we say that in English?
Yes, fig.
Fig.
Yeah.
So fig.
Okay.
Yes, this is some Mediterranean style, kind of, but a lot of wood. I like the wood as well. And what was the third one?
A word.
A word. Unpredictable.
Nous venions de voir les taureaux, 3 garçons, 3 filles. Sur la pelouse il faisait beau, et nous dansions un boléro au son de castagnier. Dites-moi voisin, si j'ai bonne mine, et si ma basquine va bien ce matin. Vous me trouvez la taille fine, vous me trouvez la taille fine. Les filles de Cadix sont en de passer là. Les filles de Cadix n'entendent pas cela. Tra-la-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la. Les filles de Cadix n'entendent pas cela. Nous dansions un boléro, un soir c'était dimanche. Vers nous s'en vint un hidalgo, conçu dans le pied mon chapeau, et le poisson blanche. Si tu veux de moi brûle de sourire, tu n'as qu'à le dire, c'est rien de toi. Passez votre chemin, vos cires. Passez votre chemin, vos les filles de Cadix, ça c'est les filles de Cadix n'entendent pas cela. Tra-la-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la. Les filles de Cadix n'entendent pas cela.
Doamnelor, domnilor, ediția limitată de astăzi se închide aici. Sunt Marius Constantinescu, trăiți nelimitat!